It's the Gitty Gang Show on Cigarbox Nation TV. It's the Gitty Gang Show on Cigarbox Nation TV. And we're coming to you live from CB Gitty. It's the Gitty Gang Show.
Gitty Gang Show.
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 It's the Gitty Gang Show on Cigarbox Nation TV. Audio? There we are. Welcome back to the Gitty Gang Show. Glenn Watt here, got Nick Lanciano behind the producer's desk.
Hey guys.
We are running once again on our wireless microphone, so hopefully that's coming through all right. Got a great show lined up for you today. 2 o'clock came around about 5 minutes sooner than I was expecting today, so nothing heavy. But yeah, I'm holding a guitar, going to be talking about some slides. We've got some great videos to share with you, some news and tidbits. Watt Corner, of course. Some festival news. What's that?
Apparently we never did the scheduled broadcast, so we're live on YouTube right now, but I will work on getting us live on Facebook.
Yeah. Apparently, all right. Somebody, me, forgot to do a thing. So,
good to see you on YouTube.
It is good to see you. There's probably some confused people on Facebook right now.
Yeah, we're probably getting like a ton of messages. Oh God, where are you now? Oh no. Don't worry, folks. I'll get it figured out.
You think you'll need to restart the stream?
I might.
Might have to restart the stream. Hey, it's Friday.
Until then.
Yeah, what do you got?
I don't know. I'll follow along.
All right. This will be in G. It's Gitty Gang. It's Gitty Gang Show on Cigarbox Nation TV. Say the Gitty Gang Show on Cigarbox Nation TV. Is this in G?
It is now.
And we come to you live from CB Gitty.
All right, I'm going to restart the stream. We'll be right back, folks.
Well, grab your Gitty. What's that?
I'm going to restart the stream real quick.
Gonna restart the stream. Are we live?
I believe so,
Hey,
yes.
everybody.
It looks like we have us on Facebook now.
So, hey, look, Cigarbox Nation is live now. Sorry for the slight misstart there. 2 o'clock came about an hour sooner than any of us were expecting today. Can't blame it on a time change or anything. I forgot to schedule the broadcast, and it's all just going right into the...
It's no one's fault.
Hey, DIY TV, what are you going to do? So
we
anyway,
were live on time, and I just didn't notice we weren't live on Facebook.
That's 5 minutes amongst friends,
you know.
anyway. So I got Glenn Watt here assiduously, it's a great word, trying to get this broadcast pulled up here on our little iPad in front of us so we can see your comments. But despite the slight misstart,
it is Friday the 13th, so it's perfect.
And it's a full moon. When better to completely flub a show. Hey, but at least it's kind of like Pittsburgh forgetting to snap the ball, you know, when playing the New England Patriots.
Ball. Ben Baker.
Check out that local athletics team. Anyway, we're here now. Glad to see all of you out there. We've got a number of great videos to share with you today, including one from our good buddy, Henry Lowman. Yeah, Mr. Henry Hank Lowman out there sending us in a video of a nocturnal, late summer nocturne, I guess he called it. We got a video from Jim Morris, of course, Watt Corner, a little something, a festival update, you know, just a tidbit, just a few tidbits. Nice. Got some slides to talk about. I was trying out whilst we were vamping. Are we live on YouTube? Or we are.
Yes, we are.
Facebook and YouTube.
All right.
All is well.
Well, hello to all.
Jason Gleason was about to panic. Don't panic. It's just Friday the 13th. Just a little bit of fun. All right, so here we are. Friday the 13th and a full moon, but everything's going to be fine. Just wanted to say, I've been talking about T-shirts these last several weeks.
What T-shirts?
Well, that's a good question, because as of earlier this week, there's no T-shirt inventory here at CB Gitty for the first time in years.
A couple years.
A few years. You know, we've been selling shirts since pretty early on. That's because last week I sent a big batch down to Jim Morris for giving away at Kanjo workshops. Earlier this week I took the 20 or so remaining shirts, sent them all down to Rusty Taylor down there in McDonough, Georgia, for giving away at the Georgia International 3rd Annual Cigar Box Guitar Festival coming up September 27th and 28th.
Yes.
Mostly the 28th. With a bit of a pre-thing there.
This guy knows.
So, hey, it's written down on the sheet. That's the only way I know anything, folks, if it's written down on the sheet. Let us know how the audio's sounding. Have you said anything yet, Glenn?
I say things.
All right. Glenn sometimes talks a little quieter than I do, but I can bring this whole mess up. I can blast you right out. Nobody panic. That's the key here. So, yes, all of the shirts, remaining shirts, have been donated to good causes, but you can still get, and we'll be talking more about shirts towards the end of the show. I actually have a little slideshow I put together, because there's like 7 or 8 brand new designs, never before seen, that I've been sitting on, not literally, but figuratively, for a couple of years now. Some original artwork by Farley, some other things that I've put together. So, yeah, stay tuned for that in the third half of today's show. New slides. The T-bone slides. I'm going to be showing that off in a little bit. And also, we're running a slide promotion, you could call it right now. I don't know if you can see if I get this crap out of the way.
We'll hold on to that.
But, sure. I've got, these are all slides on this stool here. Stainless steel, 70 millimeter slides, 2 3/4 inches long. So these are full size. Oh, boy, I bet that did the audio right up there. Yeah, buddy. Full-size guitar slides. Nice. You can get one of these. They're normally $10. You can get one for $1.
Nice.
Right now. Actually, through Sunday, I think that's going to keep going. Oh, he's going to reproduce the...
They won't.
The famous, oh, they know. Everybody knows. Okay. So you can get these for $1. Here's what you do. You put $35 worth of other stuff into your cart on CB Gitty. That's pre-shipping, pre-adding the slide, $35. Once you've got that, and that's not that hard to do, to be honest. No. Everybody needs some nice things. Yes. So you get $35 in there. Then you add this slide, the 70 millimeter stainless steel slide. Then during checkout, you enter a coupon code. Bring your coupons. Dollar slide, all one word, all uppercase, no spaces, no dashes. DOLLARSLIDE. Dollar slide. And it will add, in addition to all the other discounts and free gifts and everything else, it will deduct $8.99 from the order total, making the effective cost of this slide just one shiny dollar.
Nice.
One greenback. So
70 millimeters long, which puts it at around
2 3/4 inches.
2 3/4 inches, perfect for all size guitars, even 6-string, conventional 6-string guitars.
It's a little big for a 3-string cigar box. I ain't gonna lie. These are made for 6-string, even 7-string guitars, dobros, stuff like that. Yeah, I'll talk a little bit more about this particular guitar I'm holding here, too, when we get to the fourth half of today's show.
Excellent.
When I intend to play a little bit more on it. So, yes, slides, and more slides. Oh, it's a goat show, Glenn. All right, but don't worry. It's all part of the show. Oh, dang it. It's all part of the show. Hey, help me get rid of these slides, people. Seriously, this is not a joke or a drip. Oh, man. All right. Anyway, we got plenty of them. And what else? We got a video we can run, for God's sake. We all just need to take a breath after that exciting launch to today's show. I ain't going to lie. Did you see on the Friends of CB Gitty Facebook group, which has been extremely active lately. I love seeing all the photos, videos, posts, questions being asked and answered, advice given, and not a lot of BS.
Ooh.
Ain't gonna lie. Yeah. No, I haven't seen any flare-ups or trolling or anything like that, and that is awesome.
That is
because
awesome.
that is what the group is supposed to be. But did you see what our good friend Sue Messias posted? Yeah. Prince Albert in a can, on a can, turned into a canjo. So it's the Albert in a canjo, and she's going to learn to play the can on it, I think. And it's just been a fun, hey, Farley's Oli Viva Nova Andreessen out there.
Say what?
Hey, buddy.
Yeah, buddy.
So yeah, it's some fun stuff going on there on the Friends of CB Gitty group. I like to see it. She actually built a box to enclose, because it's one of those thin tobacco or pipe tobacco tins, I guess you'd call it. Prince Albert. I've made a canjo out of that, where I just screwed it right to the top of the neck. She actually made like a box frame to hold it. It looks really cool. It's a lot fancier than anything I've ever done with one. But I've got a box full of those tins up on the 4th floor. Got them back in my acquisitions phase before I discovered it's way too easy to acquire stuff, and it's a lot harder to actually make things out of that stuff. I think Shane's discovered that with his pipe organ.
I think you need a 3rd post in your Gitty's Guide to Junkin' and Pickin' series.
How to get rid of all this crap you've accumulated.
I would like to make a quick mention, however, the Friends of Gitty Facebook group that Ben started a couple months ago has been a success because, not trying to pander, but because of you. There are dozens of groups, all awesome for the most part.
So many groups.
That you can go anywhere on the interwebs, and we are blessed, graced, extremely grateful that those of you who have chosen to join and to participate, especially in such a positive way.
Yes.
We're thankful for that. So if you haven't already, please consider going and checking out the Friends of Gitty Facebook group. It's a public group. You're welcome to join. And for those of you who are already joined and participating, thank you so much. It really is a pleasure to come in every day or be at home at night and to see what it is people are doing. It is a real treat.
It is cool. Yeah. I want to say hi to John Bolton out there, Tom Petrie, Jimbo Burt just tuned in.
Is that Uncle John?
I think that is Uncle John. The Uncle John.
The Uncle John. It's good to see you, sir.
Famous.
If you're not familiar with Uncle John, I highly recommend going to cigarboxnation.com, where Uncle John does a plethora of hymnals, especially, I believe. He performs a lot in his videos, a lot of hymnals, of which I'm a huge fan. So I don't know that I've ever expressed that to you, Uncle John, but thank you very much. I think you do a great job. Sorry.
I do too. So welcome all. And there's Jim Burt. I don't know if the pandas make. Oh, we got a little bit of a panda appearance back here. Maybe the other one will appear later. We never know. It's, you know, dealing with the panda's agent has just gotten to be such a hassle.
He's pretty much a diva right now.
Our people try to talk to his people. We never hear back. You know. Anyway, one more tidbit, and then our first video. Is that true? No. These are all lies, folks. All lies. Anyway, last week I mentioned that Samantha Fish was playing at the Black Swamp Festival in Bowling Green, Ohio, a small town there in the soybean fields of north central-ish Ohio. And it turns out another friend of the nation, I guess we could say, was there. Nikki D and the Browns. They are a group out of Toledo, Ohio, where I actually went to college, turns out. They sing like gospel and such, and Nikki D, kind of the leader, the namesake of the band, plays the lap steel, the pedal steel, and she can just play the heck out of it. Well, she and Shane Speal know each other, and Shane sent her a custom-built 2x4 lap steel a couple years ago when we first launched that kit. And Nikki, we do actually have a video in this segment, because Nikki recorded a video along with a little help from her looper pedal of her playing that lap steel. And again, this is all kind of tangential, this festival in Bowling Green, where I only found out about because Samantha Fish was playing there, and then Nikki D and the Browns were there. Anyway, here is the video of Nikki D trying out her brand new custom Shane Speal 2x4 lap steel. Just a little tidbit there. You know, everybody's asking where your hat is, Glenn Watt.
I left it somewhere else last night, so not until next week will I pick it up again.
Man about town.
But
leaving
Bill
his-
Nolan, good call on where I can get a new hat.
What? Where's that?
HoboFiddle.com.
Oh, a new site where you can get nifty things
Like-
emblazoned with fun cigar box guitar related things.
Custom art,
First I've heard of it.
flip-flops.
Ain't gonna lie. Coffee mugs.
Coffee.
Anyway,
When are the Crocs coming out?
the Crocs. Ah, you need some Crocs there,
I
guy.
need some Crocs there.
Ah, too
Yeah,
bad.
break out
'cause
your
I'm
Maya
not getting no
Battalion, go down
Crocs.
to the beach there, and pick out some clamps.
Oh, all right. What's next? What's next is something I'm very happy to be talking about. I was contacted by Brian Rogan earlier this week. If you don't know, Brian is the guy who several years back took over organizing the Chicago Cigar Box Guitar Festival. It's been a few years now. Glenn and I had the pleasure of attending one of those earlier Chicago Cigar Box Guitar Festivals. Met some great people. Got to talk with who did we see there? John Lowe was there. Glenn Kaiser, Lou Shields,
Tyrannosaurus chicken.
Tyrannosaurus chicken. Unfortunately, Smiling Bob recently passed away.
Sorry to hear that.
Yes. But anyway, Brian contacted me and said, putting the band back together. No, he said he's getting the festival going again this year. He's got a great...
That's cool.
One thing I forgot to mention from the last segment. I should be looking at my notes here. Samantha Fish did indeed headline the Black Swamp Festival. From the local paper, Samantha Fish set the festival tone on Friday night, switching to an electric cigar box guitar from one of her many more standard electrics. She claimed the blues rock title, all done in pink stiletto heels. All the news that's fit to read, folks. So that's from the local Bowling Green paper. But yes, the Chicago Festival back on this year. He's planning to make it 3 days. 3 days long this year, November 1st through the 3rd. Friday night will be a showcase with 2 acts. Lou Shields.
Oh.
Yep.
Dude, we haven't seen from that guy in a long time. Continue.
Actually, I've got a story about that.
He's a
coming
great
up
musician.
in the third half of this segment.
Gotcha.
Mississippi Gabe Carter with Jeff Stone. Saturday the 2nd will be the full CBG festival with the usual suspects and some new faces. The venue he has found for this is called the Friendly Tap. And right next door to it, the same owner has an empty storefront right next door to the bar, or the Friendly Tap. And that's where Brian wants to do the builder's market. So he can set up in an actual storefront next to the venue, hoping to attract 12 to 15 builders. And then on Sunday the 3rd, they're doing a builder seminar hosted by our good buddy Kimmer Olsak. And then he asked, would I like to be a part of it? And of course I said yes. So we got the sponsorship figured out to help Brian make that happen. Yada yada, etc. I should have edited this better. The upstairs of the bar, the Friendly Tap, is also a music school. So he says the fit it's really a good fit.
That's cool.
And I'm excited about it.
That's really good stuff.
That.
Do you have more about Lou Shields, or is this a later segment?
Lou Shields. So recently, the wife and I are watching some show, something about cabin rehab, where these people like help people with their cabins out in the woods. And I'm watching it, and I'm like, that's Lou Shields. Lou Shields was on the cabin rehab show because he and his wife like sold everything and bought this cabin to have their own farm and grow their own organic produce. And there was some issue with a water culvert up the hill from them, and the whole thing was just getting washed out. And these people came in and dug some ditches and whatever they do and saved the cabin. So it's good to know that all worked out, and Lou's back on the road heading for the Chicago Fest. He lives up in Wisconsin.
I recommend going to, at some point after you see this show, going on YouTube, wherever you have to go, and look up Lou Shields.
Lou Shields.
That's he's a worthy watch.
Yeah, he's got a great sound, a unique
Very.
sort of approach to rhythmic styling.
Yep.
Really like his stuff.
It's great for a one-man band. It'd be tough if you involved other people possibly, but his style is great for a one-man band, for sure.
I agree to that. So speaking of people with unique approaches,
Yes.
you would be hard-pressed to find a more unique musician, avant-garde, just kind of like it's hard to know exactly how to describe him, but if you've met the man, you know what I mean. Our good buddy Henry Lowman sent us a video of him playing a nocturne, a late summer nocturne, and he's sitting outside like a coffee shop or something, where maybe he does his open mic thing. People are coming in and out behind him, and Henry, he's focused. He's playing some beautiful music. So this is a 90-second clip out of, I believe, 11 minutes worth that he sent to us. So have a listen to a very peaceful summer nocturne by Henry Lowman. There, we're back. Yes, all right. Michael Capato, about the sound levels, thank you. We'll try to get those leveled out. I think what he was saying was that when a video plays, it's a lot louder than when we're talking.
Because the difference, I haven't changed anything on the video, so that's weird.
Well, just bring the media one down. We'll try to get it. Don't worry, folks. So this guitar I'm holding is indeed a special guitar. It is an old, you guys probably, it's an old K. You can barely see the emblem up there. I had to glue it back on. It seems like there was something inside it too, but this is an old K I found stashed into a corner of a little cabin in the backyard of my friend Charlie Boyle's greenhouse property in Dover, New Hampshire. It's out behind that cabin is the area that we call the bog, which is where the gentlemen attendees of sessions would go to do the Lord's work. And so one was doing the Lord's work and looked in the door frame, and I saw a guitar neck sticking out of the pile of random shovels and gardening tools and stuff. So I pulled it out, and out came, I should have had a picture of what it looked like when I pulled it out, but the top had come off, because it had been out there like not in the direct wind and weather, but just a couple of feet removed from this open doorway. The top had come off, the binding had all let go, the back, it was a mess. And I took it in and I asked Charlie, I said, what is this? And he said, oh, well, nothing heavy cut, but this guitar was bought at a yard sale in Dover by Tommy Makem, the Tommy Makem. Saw this at a yard sale, bought it, played it a little, decided it didn't really suit him. He gave it to his cousin, Tommy Hardiman. Hardiman gave it to his cousin, they're all cousins, but gave it to Charlie Boyle. Charlie had it at the greenhouse. One evening, one of the greenhouse regulars there, a colorful gentleman, tried to play it, couldn't quite make it happen, got a little frustrated and stomped on it.
Oh.
And he's a very large, powerful gentleman, so when he stomps, it stays stomped. So the poor guitar, freshly stomped, was stuck out in Uncle Patty's cabin, the aforementioned shack, until I found it. So Charlie told me that story. I confirmed it all with Tommy Hardiman. And I was like, well, I'm going to try to restore it. And so I brought it back here. It sat on the shelf for a good year. Because you got to let things age. You know, you can't rush into a project like that. You got to let it age, think about things. So finally, I started fixing it up, glued new kerfing in. Got the old stuff out, got the spider webs and the mouse nest out. Glued the new kerfing in there, got the back, had to reheat and rebend the sides. I made a form for doing that, got that back in, got the top glued back on, reset the saddle, cleaned up the, I did refret it because some frets had come out, kept the original tuners, kept it as original as I could, and you can see like it was sitting on the ground, so the bottom here soaked up moisture, all sorts of good stuff. Strung it up and found over time that despite my best efforts, she was kind of bowing. You know, it was kind of, despite all my bracing and such, the string tension was kind of pulling it. So I've had it detuned so it didn't have tension on it. But what I did today was tuned it up to an open D. D, A, D, F sharp, A, D. Because I wanted to show off these slides, right? And it really has a great sound. I was banging away on it earlier, and it was so loud, it was actually setting off my tinnitus a little bit in my ear. So I guess I don't have to play it that loud. But I've got two different slides here. One is the slide that, get that out of the... that I'm doing the $1 promotion on, that 70 millimeter stainless steel. The other one is what we're calling the T-bone slide, just added this week on cbgitty.com, also for 10 bucks, which is a screaming deal. Solid cow bone. Maybe you'll be able to hear the tonal difference. The bone, I think, is a little warmer and gentler, a little less twangy than the metal, but I'm no expert on such things. So here is the stainless steel. My tuning has drifted a little bit. That's one of the downsides of leaving the original tuners on it. They I'm not much of a slide player, honestly. It being tuned to open D helps a lot. I ain't gonna lie. So that was the stainless steel. Now see, I'll try to play as close as I can to the exact same thing with this bone slide, solid cow bone. I'm calling it the T-bone slide. Let me just quickly tune this thing up. Vamp a little bit, Glenn. Who we got out there?
We have right now Janice Wilson Hughes. It's good to see you. J-Dub and Rusty Taylor. Del Puckett, the ultimate Gitty Gangster. John Sawyer of Sawyer Cigar Boss Guitars. The beard's coming, sir. Thank you.
Gitty Gangster.
Yeah, man. Manitoba Hal Brolins. That's my man. Jason Munoz Sr. It's good to see you, sir.
Jason!
Bruce Norton. Tim Henderson. Thank you for joining us. Ken Noland. Michael Capato. And Nick, who's over there on YouTube? Can you see that?
Sue Messias. Did I say that right this time?
Sue Messias.
That's how I've been saying it.
Mike Adams. Carrie Anderson. Pornis Studios is joining us from YouTube.
Pornis.
That's awesome. Very cool.
Close enough.
Who else we got? Orland Fordham from Northwest
I
Nevada.
thought he was done.
Nice.
He wasn't done.
I was scrolling up. Sorry,
That's
go ahead.
cool. No, that's awesome.
All right, so here is the bone slide, the T-bone.
done, sir.
Whew. I like the sound of the bone slide myself. For me, I know probably people who know a little bit more about what they're doing can make better use of the stainless steel than I can. But yeah, I tell you what, this guitar, it's got good sound. But like I say, most of the time I keep it detuned so it doesn't keep bowing and folding up on itself. We got to get rid of some of these slides.
They are safely wrapped for any of those who may be concerned. So
Don't be concerned.
it's all good.
Any dings are extra.
Trained professionals, folks.
That's
All right, what do we got next? I talked about slides, and just a reminder, these stainless steel slides, actually both of these. The T-bone slide you can get for $9.99 at cbgitty.com. If you go on the home page, it comes up, and I think at the very top it shows the best-selling products. But if you click that little new tab, it'll show you the latest stuff that's been added, and you'll see both of these slides, this T-bone, solid cowbone slide, and the 70mm stainless steel. This is the one you can get for $1. All you got to do is spend $35, put in a coupon code of $slide, and all your wildest dreams will come true.
Awesome.
As long as you don't dream very big, and it's about slides. I'm just saying.
I see Hobo Fiddle kits and boxes and
Oh,
stuff.
is that next?
Those before slides.
Wow. You can see how good I am at following a script. Folks.
Now.
All right, let's put this back in the corner.
People have been asking about a certain kit.
What?
I know.
All right.
I know a guy who's making kits.
Well, just today, folks, Glenn helped me take some photographs, and he's actually holding here. If you saw the broadcast to the CB Gitty Facebook page yesterday that I did from the bench, then you already know that we have back in stock the printed.
I'll just get it.
All right. Well, you want to Vanna all three?
Yeah,
the printed Hobo Fiddle box. I've been waiting for this shipment of boxes to get in. And they did. So here's the basic one. You can see that's some original artwork by Farley Andreessen on there, that steam engine. Then I took that, put the other stuff on it. So that's the basic. Here is something I'm pretty excited about. The Cherry Burst version that gets printed on there. Same design, but with that nice Cherry Burst style gradient that comes in from the red to the yellow. I'm really happy with how that came out. Almost as happy as I am with this one, which is, oh, here it comes. Hear that train a-coming. The Tobacco Burst. That's
slick.
Cool. So you can get all three versions of these now from the listing for the box. The Hobo Fiddle box. There's a drop-down option for all three of these styles. So that's done. That's happening. But what we started on today, actually I started on it yesterday and made some good progress today, is the Hobo Fiddle kit. The Hobo Fiddle kit featuring these specially printed boxes. It will include, of course, the neck. And what I was taking photos of today was the notching of the box, the marking of the neck for the neck recess and for the headstock. So that, of course, that neck, I haven't yet recessed the neck, but...
That's pretty exciting stuff.
And, of course, the fretboard, all that stuff.
That's
Getting all those photos taken so I can get the guide written, which is always the hardest part of any new kit, is writing that darn how-to guide. And, of course, this one is a little extra special because I've got to take those bits. I might just include a copy of the Hobo Fiddle Legend of the Hobo Fiddle book with every kit, because, you know, there's all that too. So, yes, the Hobo Fiddle kit is underway, starting with what will be kind of the standard model, using a basic hardwood neck in these boxes. The Master Series or Deluxe model that will come along after will feature the old Corinna Lark's antique cigar box and probably the American Chestnut reclaimed wood necks, and be a little, you know, a little higher end. But this is trying to keep the price on this as low as possible so that as many people as possible can get one and build themselves a Hobo Fiddle. Capato's hoping for an expanded Legend of the Hobo Fiddle book.
I am too.
Me
so.
too. I ain't gonna lie. I hope somebody gets on that, and because there's a lot more that could be written, you know.
Yeah, I was actually just about to bring that up, so it's funny that you're.
Good.
Yeah.
Good. I need some more things to do. All right, I'll take those back from you.
All right.
So yes, Hobo Fiddlery is underway. I was telling my wife Dawn just the other day that I'm feeling like a train trip is due. It's been a long while since I've taken one. Doesn't have to be a super long one, but I'm feeling the need to hit the rails and see the other side of the country that you see from the railroad tracks. You know, the roads are built along the fronts of places, and everybody tries to keep the front, not everybody, but people try to keep the front side that faces the road looking good. The side that faces the tracks, that's where you pile the old cars and the tires and the burn barrels and the stuff that you don't care if the people from the train see.
That's
so,
right.
Yes, sir. All right. Hobo Fiddlery. Slides have been talked about.
Yes.
We got a Jim Morris video for you right now.
Yeah. I like
of
it.
one of his workshops or some kids playing some things.
Yeah, jam he had with some kids out in
Nice.
Rockbridge, I believe it was.
Oh, was this one with Huck and Gus? The young guys from the York Festival?
I don't know.
We'll find out here shortly, right along with you folks.
That.
That's some awesome stuff right there, I ain't gonna lie. Thank you, Jim, for sending that in and for doing that. It's great to see Huck and Gus out there playing. Oh, just so much goodness.
Yes, it is.
it's rolling round the bend. I ain't seen the sunshine since I don't know when. I'm stuck in the Gitty Gang show, and time keeps, it's not dragging on yet, is it? I hope not. But you know what it's time for? Time for What Corner? Should have practiced that a little bit more. But yes, it is time for What Corner. Ladies and gentlemen,
Good stuff.
I'm going to turn my mic off during this.
Oh, no. What do we got up here? So welcome back to What Corner. You know the deal. This is where you share stuff with us and we share with the rest of you. So thank you very much for participating in this, everybody. And thanks for welcoming the gags galore with the slides. It's been a good time with those. But first up, we have in What Corner, Chet. And Chet is a newcomer to the community, by the way. Thank you very much for joining us, Chet. I don't know if you're watching this, but I hope you are. And Chet writes, this is me on my deck at Geezer Fest 2019. And I had to that part because I love the grace and humility with Chet joining the community and saying that. So it's really cool. I'm just, that sort of
going over your voice.
Ah.
There, all right.
Cool. All right, well, I just wanted to say, if you didn't hear, this is Chet, and I love the grace and humility with which he introduces himself into the Cigar Box guitar community, calling this Geezer Fest 2019. It's really good stuff, and what he's holding is his first Cigar Box guitar that he's built using the flagship kit that was started, what is it, like 9 years ago now? From back in, it's been a few days. It's been a hot minute. So back in the Barrington days when Ben moved his shop from the basement of his home into his first retail slot outside of his home, and that kit was begat there, I believe.
Begat!
Jason Munoz Sr. out there in the manufacturing department was the first producer of such kits after you passed it along. So nonetheless, that's what Chet is playing, and I'm really stoked to see you joining us with that kit, man. So thank you very much. And I think actually in the next image Nick has for you, you'll see that kit done up. And very simple stuff. It's a 3-string. Chet threw a poplar neck in there, and we just did great work. So it's good to see that we have another convert to the community. So thank you very much, Chet. And the next set of images, if you're still out there, Pornis, I'm stroking you again because you are that good. He's an amazing contributor to the Cigar Box Nation community. If you haven't seen him over there, it's Pornis Studios. And here, he's making himself a washboard. Now, Pornis writes about this. He bought a washboard from Magic Daddy, Matthew Simpson Magic Daddy from North Carolina. Pornis Studios bought a washboard from Magic Daddy at the York Pennsylvania Cigar Box Guitar Festival a couple weeks ago. And this is what you see here. And what Pornis writes is that he never played a washboard before, but thought it'd be a fun project to try to electrify one. And as Shane Speal stated in his book, Building Poor Man's Guitars, available now on cbgitty.com, Building Poor Man's Guitars, electrification of a washboard can be done with a magnetic pickup instead of a piezo. So what you see here is Pornis has cut wooden yardsticks and put them on the back of the washboard, and he's using that to serve as a mounting bracket for an electric guitar pickup. So in the next image, I believe that we have, you'll see the harness, the electric, and he's done his own solder in there. He bought, I think that's I'm confident that's a CB Gitty pickup. Got the pots from CB Gitty and wired him up himself a nice volume knob. And
get that capacitor.
Not the capacitor.
That's an orange drop, isn't it?
Yeah, one of them classy ones. You went classy on that washboard, Pornis. But I love it. Love the harness that you put on the back here to electrify your washboard. And in the next image that we have, you'll see the not the finished product. This is the plate that one uses to cover the components, because on a washboard such as this one, Pornis Studios has installed brackets on this side, installed the pickup, and then installed the protection plate over, the cover plate over it, because that part goes up against your body, especially when it's hanging off your neck like this one is. This one was built by Shane Speal and Ben Baker's very good friend Ron Benway. Has been used in many shows by him. Now Ben has it, or has had it for a while. And in the last image, I believe, that we have from Pornis Studios, you'll see there's the finished product. And you'll actually see that his washboard is hanging from a surface with the volume knob down here. And he has even added down bottom, you can see there, I believe, a bell on the left and a tin cup on the right for extra doodaddery and whatnot when people go to do things to make noise, percussive sounds while playing. So this is good stuff. If you haven't made yourself a washboard, I highly recommend giving it a shot, much like Pornis did, and even trying electrifying it with a magnetic pickup. So thank you, Pornis, you rock, dude. Next up, we have from Benjamin S. He writes, this is a recent addition, he writes that his father used to own and operate a greenhouse. So the business shut down many years ago. In turn, it was fun to bring a set of clippers that was used in those greenhouses. That clipper blade is what got used as a jack plate there. I love it. I thought it was a knife at first. It pretty much is a knife. And so when I read more about it and found out there were clipper blades from his father's old business from 20 years back, that's now gone. I just thought it was special that he put it on this particular instrument. And then next image that you have here, you'll see that what he's done, I actually breezed right by this. I saw that, I thought, oh, that's a beautifully shaped neck, and then went on to the next image. But I had to go back because I thought I saw this. That string actually drops into the fretboard because he's built a 5-string banjo-ish, 5-string banjo, cigar box banjo. That string drops into the fretboard. So as opposed to having the neck of an instrument with a tuner up here for the 5th string that you see on banjos, he's actually dropped the string into the fretboard and put the tuner, and you'll see in the next image, on the tail end. So one single tuner for that 5th string, as opposed to having to mod the neck up here, he's actually put it on the tail end. It looks genius to me. I haven't tried it.
I declare shenanigans.
Shenanigans have been declared, but I still enjoy that between the jack plate and that the fretboard, dropping the string in there and then putting the tuner on the tailpiece. I know we're not changing the world here, folks, but I just haven't seen that, and I think that's rad. All of it's rad. So really good stuff, Benjamin. I'm glad that you shared that with us if you're out there. And I'm really stoked to know that you put in a little piece of your familial history on that cigar box banjo. So thank you very much for sharing that. Next up, we've got from Brian D. Brian D makes slides out of hot sauce bottles. And so while you won't be able to see it very well on this image, and that's okay because it's not the point of this image, he attaches those hot sauce bottle slides to the headstocks of his guitars. In turn, he has branded his own line of guitars as Hot Sauce Kitchen Guitars. And on this one, I'm particularly enamored with this one because he put a Flying V body style on that. Like, I don't know if you're into those Flying Vs. I am. Those old Gibson style guitars where and James Hetfield from Metallica was a long time. You know, Kirk Hammett, the lead guitarist from Metallica, was a long time user of Flying Vs. And what's in particular about this one, it being a neck-on-top cigar box guitar, he actually also has them electrified with violin rod piezos. Don't know if you've tried them, but they're rod piezos, and as opposed to the rod piezo having the leads come off the end, they come off the center. And so Ben Gitty Baker wrote a blog post on violin rod piezos about a month and a half, 2 months ago, and we actually did a Gitty Gang show episode. Ben did modifying violin rod piezos, and it's just good to see that Brian D is using them in his Hot Sauce Kitchen guitars. I think this is awesome. I love the fact that it looks like a Flying V. Maybe it has no function other than aesthetics, but it's still good on me. So thank you very much, man. And last up, I'm particularly proud of this. Nick brought this to our attention maybe a week ago, and then this individual contacted us and had this to say. This individual writes, I'm just nameless for no particular reason, but this individual writes to us on behalf of Jack K. of Stanley Cigar Box Guitars. So bear with me here. This is good stuff. Jack and his partners are currently working with Arise Veterans Foundation of Missouri on an initiative that supports military veterans rehabilitation. The current project's design is to encourage veterans who reside in a certain Tennessee town to participate in a cigar box guitar building class and then send those guitars to active duty personnel overseas. This program encourages the participation of veterans as well as communication with and support of current military servicemen and servicewomen. And this individual contacted us, like he had written, on behalf of Jack of Stanley Cigar Box Guitars to get involved with our education outreach program, which the simplified version is that for people using our parts and or kits in group learning environments, we offer you a 25% discount on our entire inventory. And while every single time that we've had somebody get involved in that program, I've been proud to help them as a representative of CB Gitty to make that happen for their particular endeavor. This one in particular is speaking to me deeply. I'm very proud to know that Ben and Nick and CB Gitty and in some small way me being involved in this can help make this happen, and the rest of us here can can help make this happen for Jack and Arise, Arise Veterans Foundation of Missouri, to help people who could use a little help after serving our country, and to help people who are currently serving our country. And that is some awesome, awesome stuff. So that has been Hey, Walk Corner. Thank you.
Take myself off of mute. Too much to everyone's chagrin. Well, thank you, Glenn. That's some good stuff.
Yeah, it is good stuff.
I was looking at my phone while you were doing that. You probably thought I was candy crushing, but I was not. Got a couple of messages from our good buddy Terry Mojo, the Mojo Man there, with some photos of something he recently built. So
Nice.
I think we got a feature for next week's
Hey.
show, during this week's show. Anyway, thank you all again for tuning in and watching today. I want to assure Mr. Jim Burt that we haven't forgotten the Georgia Fest.
Nope.
It's coming up in the third half of today's show. Don't be alarmed.
Nope, my bad.
Huh?
Nope, go ahead.
All right. Oh, that's...
Yeah,
we're gonna
it's all
need
good.
that. All right, it's all good, folks.
It is. Got Dan G.
We got
Video.
All right, we've got a video. I think you heard. It's what you heard a little bit of a preview of there at the beginning of Watt Corner. It's from Dan G, doing a little picking, and doesn't look like all that much.
A lot
grinning.
of shadowy grinning.
There's some grinning in
There.
there. All right, here's Dan G. We're back. There we are.
We got a little percussive playing
Yeah,
there.
percussive.
Yeah.
Bop, bop, bop. I like
stuff.
that.
Yep.
Yeah. So we've been talking about these shirts. We got, of course, the Gitty Gangster shirt. I've added like 8 other new shirt design. Well, I finished getting all of the class almost.
Well, boy. It's been a good day for slides.
Good Lord. Anyway, shirts. I finally got all of the classic designs put up there. And also like 6 or 8 or a number of new ones that you've never seen before. All of them available over on hobofiddle.com. The basic, like this is one of the basic t-shirts available in black, dark blue, $12.99, which is cheaper than we sold them for when we did stock them here at regular pricing. They're printed, on demand, and shipped directly to you.
There was a question from
There's a question.
Canada and Europe. Apparently they can't.
I still, yes, I meant to do that this week too. That is coming. It's all a matter of the shipping tie-in. But yes, absolutely. Sorry that hasn't happened already. Should have done that before I started promoting the site, shouldn't I? What do you think? There's only so many hours. But yes, we'll get that going. I put together a little slideshow here, just a brief slideshow with a little bit of backing track of some of the new designs, most of which feature artwork from our good buddy there, Farley Andreessen.
Hey.
we're back. So yeah, pretty much all of those you can get in white print on dark or black print on light for $12.99 each. That ain't bad, folks. Somebody just ordered a couple of those designs. Were not artwork by Farley. They were artwork by my buddy Conan, the New Orleans street artist, performer, and itinerant madman down in New Orleans there. Some of his skeleton cigar box guitar art. So, yeah, $12.99. Somebody, I didn't really recognize the name, but somebody ordered one of those skeleton band ones earlier today. Black print on the gray heather, I think they call it, style. So anyway, yeah, good stuff on there. And any of those designs you saw right now, they're just on the t-shirts. If you want it on a sweatshirt or a hoodie or a coffee mug, let me know. I can make that happen. I know a guy who does the things. I think that's about about all we've got for you. Glenn Watt has some events to let you know about that are coming up.
What about that? So we got Georgia.
Well, I was going to do that after your events.
After. Why don't we just do... Oh, I see. You got events too? All right, fine. Tomorrow, Red Sky Stage in Bar Harbor, Michigan, is the monthly meeting of CBG-minded Michiganders, organized by Preston Laser. I hope that you, if you're anywhere near that you have an opportunity to attend. Preston was a kind gentleman, kind enough to make it all the way to York for this past Pennsylvania Cigar Box Guitar Festival. If you're anywhere near him, I hope that you can make it up to see him and his cohort of friendly builders and players up there in Bay Harbor, Michigan.
Bay Harbor.
And then tomorrow,
That's how they say it in Michigan.
Oh, they should, though.
They should.
Everyone should talk New England. Also tomorrow in Eberbach, Germany, Smoking Guitars 4 Cigar Box Guitar Festival, organized by a CigarBoxNation.com member, Captain Catfish Guitars. So again, in Eberbach, Germany, if you're anywhere near there, maybe you are. I don't know that you aren't. And then last up in Louisville, I believe is how they say it, Louisville, Kentucky, the National Jug Band Jubilee is also it's actually posted by Pornis Studios of Cigar Box Nation, but the National Jug Band Jubilee is tomorrow in Louisville, Kentucky.
Nice.
Yes.
Got a couple of shirt and clothing related questions here. Tom Schaefer, if there's a design you'd like in those larger sizes you mentioned, unfortunately these basic, call them economy t-shirts only go up to 3X. Any of those designs I can put on a t-shirt style that goes up to the 4 and the 5. They're pricier is the only thing. Those premium t-shirt lines cost a bit more. But if there's a design you want or you like, let me know. Absolutely, we'll make that happen. Louis the Mana mentioned shop aprons. This fulfillment print-on-demand company that I'm using does have an apron, but they only embroider it. They don't do the screen printing on it. Creating artwork for embroidery takes a little more doing. I intend to take the Nation logo and tweak it so it can be embroidered and try to get that. I've got to get a sample one first to see. It looks like it might be more of a kitchen apron as opposed to a shop apron. I just want to make sure it's durable and tough enough and big, and it's got to be it's got to be a workshop apron. So looking into that, absolutely. Hey, we got a question there.
But hats and ball caps, is that the one you're looking at? Hats and ball caps. I highly recommend either the Cigar Box Nation or the CB Gitty trucker cap, my personal favorite, over on cbgitty.com.
Yes, we still have those at CB Gitty and will continue to do so. One of the more popular of our free reward gift program. With the hats available from this print-on-demand service, there are a number of styles of hats. They also are embroidered. I got to get this embroidery artwork thing figured out, and then some of those options will come on. I did do a polo shirt, the CB Gitty polo shirts that you've seen me wear in past videos. Yeah, that's right. Somebody asked for that, so I got that up there as an embroidered one. So, yes, hopefully moving in that direction. Sweet. Other events upcoming, of course, later this month, only 2 weeks away. September 27th, 28th, down there in beautiful McDonough, Georgia. Should be cooled down a little bit by then, hopefully. They've been having a bit of a heat wave down there. The 3rd annual Georgia International Cigar Box Guitar Festival, organized by our good buddy, Rusty Taylor, sponsored by CB Gitty. There's going to be prizes, there's giveaways, there's awesome music. Some of our favorite people going to be down there playing.
It's quite a lineup. John Nichols making the travel from Alabama. Dar Stella Bada's coming down from Maryland. So
he's got to get out of Alabama before Hurricane Dorian comes back around.
All right now.
Okay, just joking.
Just jokes.
Just
coupon
laughs.
code for the slides?
Lost my mic. Dollar slide, all one word. DOLLARSLIDE. Dollar slide. You have to have $35 worth of other stuff in your shopping cart. You add the 70 millimeter. I'd show you one, but they're all over the floor.
Scattered a boot.
Scattered a boot.
Right next to your foot.
You think I can reach that far? Come on, Nick. Anyway, add one to your basket. Dollar slide, coupon code during checkout. It will deduct $8.99, leaving that slide for just $1.
There's been demand for pocket tees.
Demand! Pocket tees, huh? I think there's some on there.
Oh.
If you're ready to pull the trigger, you let me know what design you want on a pocket tee, and I'll make it happen.
Nice. Very cool. That's good.
So yes, the Georgia Festival coming right up. Going to be a great time. Just this week, found out that November 1st through the 3rd, the Chicago Cigar Box Guitar Festival reviving. There in beautiful Windy City, Chi-Town, and then of course, just after the first of the year, January 15th through the 18th, the New Orleans Cigar Box Guitar Fest coming up. I didn't go last year. I'd sure like to get back this year. Jim and Rusty and people have been asking whether I'm going to be able to make it to the Georgia Festival. It's looking less likely. I ain't going to lie. But unfortunately, I'd love to be at all of them, to be honest. But if it comes, there's only so much fundage. And if I have to make a decision between sponsoring more festivals or traveling to them,
Good point.
I lean towards sponsoring, even though it's less fun. Personally, it's more important. So that's all I got. What do you got? We're after.
Did you already
we're
mention the
past
Nolans?
I think so. Nolans.
Nolans Festival? Oh yeah, I'm sorry. Who's not paying attention?
All right, Gitty Gang show song here coming up. Thank you again for joining us. That's what I was like. Something's missing. Wait for it to come around.
See? All right then.
Is the bass plugged in? Yeah. Oh, good.
Thank you, Tim.
That was my cue. Missed my cue. We're waiting for it to come around on the bass right now. I don't know what this guy's doing over here.
Thank you, Dave Gatton and Michael Capato.
The Gitty Gang Show on Cigar Box Nation TV. Said the Gitty Gang Show on Cigar Box Nation TV. And came to you live from CB Gitty. Well, grab your Gitty and sing along with me.
With me?
I said, grab your guitar and sing along with me.
With me, with me.
Cause it's the Gitty Gang Show on Cigar Box Nation TV. New verse there for you, Glenn. Said all you need is a stick-up box and some strings.
Some strings.
I say, and all you need is a stick-up box and some strings.
Some strings, some strings. Yeah.
You put them all together, you know they're gonna ring.
Thank you, JJ.
All right, big finish, everybody. It's the Gitty Gang Show.
Gitty Gang Show.
Say the Gitty Gang Show.
Gitty Gang Show.
It's the Gitty Gang Show.
Gitty Gang Show.
It's the Gitty Gang Show. Oh, oh.
Gitty Gang Show.
It's the Gitty Gang Show on Starbucks Nation TV.
I lost time there a couple times.
Not the first time. Well, you know, I can't sit around here playing all day. I got a Hobo Fiddle kit to work on.
Oh, I got the perfect solution.
Oh, what?